boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Brewery Studios, Garfield, New Jerusalem.
This is a certified hood classic.
I am Darth Messiah. I am not a wrestling genius, but I play one on the internet. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stanley of Podcasting, and also formerly known and also forever will known, I guess, as the leader of the Fuck the McMahon group, aka why the fuck are we back here in this 2023?
Because that motherfucker won't die.
Also known as the man to fear girl to a crossface and have a run to a crossface. And no offense, I wish Big Chris Benoit was still alive to take care of Vince at his place.
And on the board, Steve Franchise, J. King.
Here, it's your boy, the franchise in the building, giving you that Ultra Heelz wrestling news. What's going on? We got
Marvin, the producer's in the chat. Yes, sir. I have borrowed New Jerusalem. I dig it.
I need one of those bottles.
Bravery up. Got bravery up. What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Bit of a quiet week.
It has.
Yeah.
It has been.
Was it quiet? Because all I remember seeing is just Vince, and more Vince for some weird reason.
And that's the problem.
Yep.
that is 100% of the problem.
Definitely the problem right now.
But you know what's never a problem?
Oh, please tell us.
Oh, what's never a problem?
Cheeks of the week is never a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheeks of the week.
Oh, sir, you behind the glass. A certain Germs has an issue with you.
About me?
Yes.
Why?
He said last week you did not play the Cheeks of the Week.
Cheeks of the week?
I didn't go back to check, but he said he did not hear it.
Well, we had a whole year of cheek. Of Cheeks of the Week for him. Look, we're using here's yesterday. I mean, here's last week. There you go.
He was very upset. I got a DM from him. He was very, very upset that there was no Cheeks of the Week soundbite.
I'm surprised he ain't DM me. Cheeks of the Week? He has
Word.
my Instagram. Cheeks of the Week? He has my Instagram. Cheeks of the Week? Mm-hmm.
Oh, he told Mark too.
Cheeks of the Week? He told Marv. He told you and Marv, but he didn't tell me. He didn't tell the person who actually makes the drops. Who actually makes the drops. He told Marv. He told me. He ain't told me. He told you. He probably told Alex too.
No, he didn't tell me. I told you.
I know, right?
So this week we got Deonna Purrazzo. She hasn't been on in a while. We've got Thunder Rosa in the middle. Mm-hmm. And Dasha Gonzalez. You know the.
Yes.
And what does she do? I don't even know what she does. Oh, she's the Spanish announcer for AEW.
Yep.
Because they have 15 people that are backstage interviewers.
They need Justin Roberts needs help.
Yeah.
Every time.
John Moxley. I can't even do it.
John Moxley.
That shit got me in like 2 seconds.
Did you miss when he
You
said
almost died. That's crazy.
And then also Maria Kanellis was busy on the internet as well.
Oh, yes, she was.
Showing her buns.
Oh, yes, she was.
And like you said, with her, it's about the angle.
You be showing them a little bit.
It's about the angle. She's got to hit that angle.
It's always the angle with her. That's what it is. And it's a specific angle.
Yeah.
It's the same angle, too. We're always seeing the same right face. Right side of the face.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what the left side of her face looks like.
No. Only on TV.
I'm sorry. Quick question. Do we care what the left side of her face looks like?
Not really. Not really.
Then I'm okay with these angles that she be hitting.
Hey, we got Kelvin in the chat. We got Valdor in the chat. The gang's all here.
Nice. Me seeing this angle,
And we now have our first hot sister update of 2023. They've been kind of quiet since the turn of the new year.
It has been. I don't know what's going on with them.
But they're on some island vacationing because Natalia's never on TV anymore.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Word.
I guess you getting that retirement.
The question: do we care?
Not particularly. 'Cause she's never in a good match. She's usually trying to train somebody that it needs to be trained behind the scenes and not on television.
Chicks of the week.
Like she's never in a good match, but she's always in a good position on camera.
That well said. Well said.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I tried my best.
Man's a wordsmith.
Moving over to Ultra Fantasy Booking.
Oh, wait. Are we?
Oh, did I forget to put it in the list?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. We can do it without it.
Yeah, we can do it without it. It's cool, guys. There you go. You see the background. All right.
Yeah, we can use that for
Hey,
background.
that worked.
Hey.
That worked perfectly.
Of course.
So last week was Genesis, the first pay-per-view of the year, brought to you by Warzone.
Oh, let me get the crowd in. There you go.
The opening match was a War Games match between Team Australia, consisting of the Iconics, Tony Storm and Tenelle Dashwood, against Team Thicky, consisting of Bailey, Mercedes Martinez, Nikita Lyons, and Taya Valkyrie. And it would be nice if I brought up the results while I talk about this.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of cheeks to think about right now. It feels like cheeks of the week just by saying their name.
Yeah, it kind of does. And the winner of the opening match was, 51-49%. This was a tight one. That's what she said.
She said.
Team Thicky brings home the win. Bailey, Mercedes, Nikita, and Taya bring home the win.
A lot of cheeks coming around on screen.
A lot of cheeks.
Yeah.
It feels like, how can I say it? It feels like the Playboy Mansion mixed with Epstein's Island.
Match number 2, we had Walter taking on Hammerstone in a body slam challenge. First person to body slam their opponent wins. And Walter has won the body slam challenge.
All right, we got it. Here we go.
Match 3, we have the Sons of David, better known as MJF and LA Knight, with Paul Heyman in the corner, taking on the Acclaimed. We had a couple stipulation finishes. A, the Acclaimed win cleanly. B, the Acclaimed win via DQ. Or C, LA Knight and MJF win with a distraction from Paul Heyman. And of course, Heyman got involved because that's what Heyman does best when Heyman is at his best, is get involved. No, Heyman used to have a phone. He's never had a Glock. He used to have a phone. One of those brick phones from the 80s. Yeah.
Right. I think he still has it. And if he bring it out on TV just one day randomly, I would just throw a happy fit.
That would be funny as hell if he did.
Very oozy.
That would be very oozy.
Very oozy.
Next up was the Let Freedom Ring Cody Rhodes United States Championship Open Challenge. And it wouldn't be Cody if it wasn't a very wordy subject.
It wouldn't be Cody if it didn't have some kind of little bit of black in it.
That too. The potential open contenders were Solo Sikoa, Adam Cole, Malachi Black, or his brother, Dustin Rhodes. And Adam Cole was selected as the open challenger. And in the match itself, Cody Rhodes has defeated Adam Cole 76 to 24%. And in our main event, it was a 3-way tag team elimination tables match between the Good Brothers, Red Dragon, and our AEW tag team champions, FTR. Hashtag and still AEW Tag Team Champions, FTR. And that was Genesis, brought to you by Warzone.
Hey. So I brought the images back, by the way.
I noticed. I noticed halfway through. Yeah.
I used my producer magic to bring those programs' images back.
And now we have an episode of Dragon Force. Oh no, I'm sorry. What is your pay-per-view? Survival of the Fittest, right?
Yep.
There you go. Survival of the Fittest.
All right, cool.
You almost made me think about it. I'm like, wait, what? We got their name on my preview. Shit. Oh, yeah. So we would start the pay-per-view off right. Paul Heyman would not be coming out, seeing how he was on your show last week and he interfered to help a new team win. So our show would just start off with a title bout. It will be Mia Yim, Mickie James, Io Shirai in a cage.
Three-way cage? Okay.
Next, we would have Death Triangle versus the Dudley Boys. And the Dudley Boys are coming with the table. So this will be a team through table match.
Okay.
Next, we will have Okada versus Sheamus for the ECW TV title. Now, this match right here is the match I threw in there because I feel like it needs to be resolved. It will be Randy Orton and Ciampa versus Cesaro and Morrison.
Okay.
And this would be a tornado tag team match. My next match will be Dana Peruso versus Gail Kim for a number one contendership match. And this will be a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, these last two matches are going to be a doozy. We're going to have Wardlow versus Billy Gunn for the IWGP IC title. And for the last match, see how Finn Balor is still our champion. And ain't no opponents for him at this point right now. We're going to have a number one championship scramble between Matt Riddle, Moxley, Kevin Steen, and Keith Lee.
Okay.
That will be the end.
Another match, beefy match.
Oh yeah,
Well,
big meat.
Riddle's not so beefy, but you know.
Well, he's the white meat in between.
Oh, pause. Pause.
I wasn't gonna say the white meat, but I was gonna say he's the lean cut of the fat you get.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
Sorry, too explicit for you.
That's for the OnlyFans version of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will be Survival of the Fittest, brought to you by Dragon Force. And then the next week, because we have 5 weeks in January, we'll have our first co-branded pay-per-view of the year, One Night Stand. It will be several matches brought to you by, individual shows. And then the main event will be a women's Money in the Bank match. The winner gets a title shot of their choosing. Either brand.
Hey, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Women's Money in the Bank main event.
Nice.
Feel like calling Money in the Bank for a women's title match, the Andrew Tate match.
They don't do those in the U.S. anymore, so.
Word.
All right, so fucking this guy, Vince McMahon.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he doesn't know how to retire and just stay away.
This old man.
So as we reported last week, he
took back the company.
He took the company back. He threw some people off the board. Some people resigned from the board. Then he appointed new people to the board. And then he was then unanimously voted chairman again. That's how he got back in power. Even though back during the summer, it was a unanimous decision that he needed to be removed from the board. I don't know how that works. How you go from unanimous in one side to the complete opposite direction.
I feel like they did a work on this before.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a fucking work.
Remember when Triple H took over the company and then...
And we talked about that last week, too.
we did.
Yes.
This is coming back to me now.
And then I spoke about the potential lawsuit that can be brought up against Vince McMahon for moral turpitude, that the clause within Federal Trade Commission shareholdings and whatnot. So, according to Spartaco, this is a news source, Vince McMahon is being sued by the Detroit's police and fire retirement system, which are seeking a movement that would block him from regaining control of the WWE board of directors and possibly prevent him from pursuing a potential sale of the WWE. This group, the Detroit Police and Fire Retirement System, their 401k is invested in WWE stock. So they are shareholders. This would be a class action lawsuit on behalf of the WWE shareholders that believe McMahon is not looking out for their best interest and is more worried about imposing his will on the company. In addition, this would be the second lawsuit filed in a week, as another was filed by a WWE shareholder group in Delaware. So the shareholders are revolting. There is a chance because of the Federal Trade Commission regulations. Yes, Vince McMahon has said, oh, yes, I'm back in power, but legally it still has not actually happened because the paperwork still needs to be filed.
So if Stephanie stepped down, Triple H stepped down, who the hell is in charge?
Nick Khan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ugh.
Nick Khan. And if the Nick Khan steps down, I believe Kevin Dunn is on the board of directors. And then if he stepped down, Vince's lawyer, George Barrios, is on the board of directors. If he stepped down, so we're like the seventh person, Vince's personal accountant is on the board of directors. I guess she'd be next in line. After that, I don't know who's left.
If Kevin Dunn ever gets the position of power, I am turning off WWE. I am
First of all,
legit,
Kevin Dunn gets the position of anything that doesn't say kiss ass. I'm going to just go ahead and be like, well, I guess this is no longer a wrestling podcast. This is a UFC podcast now.
Oh, no, we'll still talk about AEW and Impact and all
I
that
guess I've got to take up watching like fucking more New Japan if we got to abandon ship.
That. You know, I could do that.
Triple A Wrestling going to be my new home going forward.
Oh yeah, especially since I realized I get AAA. I didn't realize I got AAA until like a month ago. So I can watch AAA.
Yeah, that's fine. Shit. I'll still watch AEW and still call Tony Khan a mark.
Oh,
so, yeah.
You saw the pictures today, right?
Yes.
Yes. We're doing that specifically for you today.
Okay.
I was like, he's gonna pop when we get to this.
Please.
It's specifically for you.
Thank you. He knows I want to talk about how Marky is. Listen, all right.
But yeah, it's. What else is there to say other than this is a bad idea?
Yeah.
Did you get the other thing I sent you, the link about the story that apparently was a man filed for something that stops the shareholders from telling him what to do?
Yes, I forgot to finish reading it. I saw the thumbnail.
Yo, they're going at it right now in the chat. I love it.
Let's see. Valor said Vince will retire and come back even after his death. Gonna be like Weekend at Bernie's. Yo,
I feel like that will happen.
I hadn't seen Weekend at Bernie's until like 2 years ago. That shit is funny.
It is. It's so hilarious.
I can see Vince McMahon doing that. Like, he's dead in his coffin, and they go, "Oh man, we're gonna do a tribute to Vince McMahon." You see his body just start walking down the Titantron, doing a little weird walk, but his head is leaning back.
His hands is actually gonna be like wavily and stuff, and we're like, "Oh, that's normal."
Every time you play Vince McMahon's No Chance music, his body starts getting up and moving, so you just got to retire the whole entire song altogether.
Man, imagine a year of that. His body is already deteriorated.
Oh, we would have that shit that happened in 2K when they had the DLC to make motherfuckers look like other shit like the Wasteland and stuff. He just be zombie Vince.
Okay, here we go. Yes, a filing was made with the SEC today that Vince McMahon no longer needs stockholders' approvals for his actions. Let's get to the meat of the matter. Mr. McMahon to the board of directors of the company and certain amendments to the company's bylaws that Mr. McMahon indicated were intended to ensure that the company's corporate governance continued to properly enable and support stockholder rights. On January 6th, the company issued a press release providing an update regarding the composition of its board, including Mr. McMahon's return to the board and the company's intention to explore strategic alternatives with the goal to maximize value for the stockholders of the company. Subsequently, Mr. McMahon informed the company of his new view that there is substantial alignment among the board and management concerning the decision to conduct a review of strategic alternatives amid the company's upcoming media rights, and that the company's corporate governance will properly enable and support shareholder rights. Today, Mr. McMahon, as controlling stockholder of the company, executed and delivered a written consent taking certain actions by consent without meeting in accordance to Section 228 of the DGSCL to subsequently repeal the January 5th amendments as further described below in Item 503. Yes, a lot of legal jargon in here. But this is coming from Wrestle Talk. I'd like to see this cross-referenced by like the Wall Street Journal or Forbes before I can co-sign it. I like the business websites. When the business websites get into it, it makes more sense. Rather than the wrestle websites just quoting all the fucking press releases.
I mean, Vince got money. He definitely can appear in there.
Bro, this is crazy because if that shit actually goes through, bro, that would be wild.
Yeah. It's a mess. Like I said last week, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to be a mess. Let's see. Kelvin said Vince McMahon is going to come down the ramp in his office chair.
Oh, bro. He gonna pull what he did the Royal Rumble with John Cena and Batista. Both got out that thing when he tore both his quads.
Oh. That moment always gets talked about. It's pretty
Vince is going to come back as an android when he dies.
Android 37. It'll be him and Dr. Rhodes sitting there with perfect sale. I mean, Cena. Sorry.
Cena.
Vince is going to come back in one of those jars, one of those heads in a jar like in Futurama.
Yeah, word.
Oh, my God. That would be the best. I would kick his jar all around.
Vince McMahon is like an ingrown toenail. No matter how you get rid of him, he always comes back.
That is facts.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's going to be a mess until either there's a sale or somebody can legally get Vince McMahon out of power, which is going to be hard to do because he still owns he's the majority shareholder. I told
you what my plan was.
Go ahead.
So I told you my plan was I got this Ouija board and I'm thinking about this call for Crispin Wild one good time. Just be like, hey man, I just need you to do this one thing, bro, and I bet you'll be put in the Hall of Fame as a hero.
Vince owns 80% of the Class B stocks, and he owns 51% of the Class A stocks. So the Class B stocks are weighted heavier than the Class A. So if you average out the two, he still owns about 75% of the company. And then out of the Class B stocks, it's basically all the people on the board. It's Stephanie, Triple H, and the other people, and Linda. Who the fuck knows where the hell Linda is anymore?
We know Linda. Linda's looking at this from the outside in, going, it wouldn't have been me.
I got into politics. She's like, I got into
Like he could have,
politics.
like,
Fuck this.
like he could have came with me, but now I see the stupid decisions he's making. Thank God he didn't come with me.
You see, he could have been president. Or I
Yeah.
could have.
Bro, oh my God, him being president, you talking about something getting back on the board? What
McMahon
board?
being president would be crazy.
And the scary thing is I can
Mr.
see it
McMahon.
happening too.
Mr. McMahon would be president. You know who his vice president would be? It'd be Donald Trump.
Dude, the man, there was already someone in the ring that became president,
Yep.
and that's Donald Trump.
I saw an article that Bravda Sportsbook has betting odds on who is the potential favorite to buy WWE if it is sold. The current favorite at minus 140. So if you bet $140, you win 100. Comcast, aka NBC Universal Group, they're currently the favorite. Disney is plus 350. If you bet 100, you win 350. Then the Endeavor Group, which is the group that owns UFC, they're plus 900. Amazon is plus 950. Netflix, Fox, and Liberty Media are all plus 1,200. I'm not sure who Liberty Media is. I'm not sure who that is. Warner Brothers, which is TBS and TNT, you know AEW channels. Yeah. They are plus 1,500. Dwayne Johnson and his investment group called Redbird Capital, they're plus 2,000. The Saudi Arabia Wealth Fund, somehow they're like way out the door. They're plus 2,200. And everybody's favorite mark, Tony Khan / Shad Khan, they are plus 3,000. So, if you want to lay down $100 on Tony Khan on Bravda Sportsbook, it could win you $3,000 when we get WWAEW.
No, somehow line said it'd be the WWE Universal Multi-Championship.
Yes,
I was like, oh
that.
my God, why does that sound realistic?
I saw that. The WWAEW Multiversal TNT Championship.
Bro, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like
the 24/7, 48/7, I-95 South TV European Championship.
I miss R-Truth.
He's a national treasure, man.
He is.
He's a national treasure.
Please.
He is.
He is.
He'll never die.
No.
He'll never die.
He won't.
He will be 207, still looking like he is right now.
Yeah, apparently he's like allegedly in this lifetime he's like 50.
I know him and Nicolas Cage been on Earth since the dinosaur. They just don't want to tell the truth. It's cool. We all know the truth.
Yeah, I feel like that's facts.
Yeah.
I feel like it's facts.
Yeah. Moving to a slightly brighter note, Cody Rhodes has officially declared for the Royal Rumble. It will not be a surprise. He's officially in the Royal Rumble as we continue to watch the episodes of Rhodes to the Royal Rumble. The weekly, vignettes of Cody Rhodes and his surgery, his rehab, and other forms of recovery. And Brandy Rhodes has now made WWE television once again. Mm-hmm. I was waiting for her to show up. And they baby-faced the fuck out of her.
What else will they do to her? You can't do it like Paige and show off her photos. That's still on. Man.
So, you know what this means? If they're going to announce that Cody's in the Rumble right away, that really leans into The Rock showing up because The Rock will now be the surprise. Or CM Punk.
Either way, I'll be happy with both. Or either both.
Although I'm still under the impression CM Punk is under contract.
So it won't be CM Punk. I definitely know it won't be CM Punk because he's still on contract.
Yeah, I'm under the impression he's still under contract. They're just paying him to stay home.
So the surprise would be The Rock.
Like, who else do you have? I can't think of anybody else that wants to or can do it.
That
is also true.
and that would lean more towards the Rock versus Roman.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
I mean, there's rumors of like Jay White, but that's cool, but that's not like huge pop. That's not CM Punk pop. That's not Rock pop. You're not gonna get the same pop.
It's not CM Punk pop, and it's not Rock pop, but it's more of a third leader of Bullet Club in the same wrestling company pop.
Yeah,
that's it. It wouldn't be nothing else more than you be like, oh crap, we got all three Bullet Club like lead guys all in the same company. So who's gonna run Bullet Club? And all it's gonna do is make me want to watch New Japan even more now.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, like looking at contracts, let's say, looking at like who's released right now or who's like in the air right now, just so we know, like maybe they could get picked up.
I don't think there's anybody with contracts expiring before the end of the month.
That's the thing. So WWE is gonna look into their legends pretty much and see, and that's definitely gonna be The Rock. Or
please leave Goldberg home.
Yes.
I'm not ready for Brock Lesnar yet.
I don't know why I heard that Austin could be like with one more Rumble run.
You know what? I could see Austin doing a Rumble. I could see that.
Rock would be there too, and just they'll both be.
If you follow Austin on his Instagram, he's been working out a lot more heavily now recently.
Yeah. Now that you mention, yeah.
So maybe Austin and Rock will maybe surprise us at the Rumble.
Would you waste both of them in the same Rumble though?
Yes.
I don't
know. I wouldn't use them in the same Rumble.
Just for the speculation of nostalgia feeling when they're both in the ring.
So you're putting them 29 and 30?
Just that pop in the Rumble.
Are you going to put them 29 and 30 or are you going to space them out?
I would space
them out.
Austin.
Okay.
I would space Austin, make Rock go probably like 20. And then maybe Austin comes later. Probably like 27.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless Cody takes that number.
But like you said, though, I would waste both of those for so fact. We know Stone Cold would probably go with Kevin Owens thing, but he's not the same Stone Cold.
Right.
So he's not going to really be there for a long period of time. So if we could get him back in the Rock, I'd rather they both be in the Rumble than us wait a whole another year and Stone Cold change his mind and can't do it or won't do it.
And you said Cody I see Cody being early.
You see him.
It's the
like
underdog story. No. I'm talking like 3.
Talking 3.
I'm not 1 or 2. He's not going to be the first one out. Give him 3 because at 3 you can still give him a full entrance. You know, I'm back. You know, give him a grand entrance, and then it's still a story of he's fighting from the beginning. Well, damn near the beginning.
Then he would have to go all the way number 1 or 2.
That's why I'm saying 3. You give him 3, so that way it's not so obvious. Because if you give him 1 or 2, it's like, okay, yeah, he's about to go the whole length of the match. If you give him 3, it puts a little more doubt because 3 is like an unimportant number. But like I said, you can still give him a full entrance at 3.
It depends who you're starting off with. Like if you're starting off with like,
you gotta put like AJ Styles out first and like Seth Rollins.
Nah, AJ's injured.
Oh yeah, I forgot about he's injured.
I don't know if he's gonna be there.
All right, put in like Balor and like Lashley.
Okay, I could see that.
You know, something like put some important people in front of him.
I could see that, especially with Balor. I could see that. Either Balor or Mysterio again, like or something like that.
I'm about to say, you know who I put in there? I would pair Rollins and Austin Theory.
Okay.
And just let Cody be number 3 and be in the middle of their little feud while he's trying to show that he's back. Because their feud will probably set the crowd off, right? But them two going to go hard regardless if they go first and second because they're going to probably try to go the distance.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
If they do that, that's actually good storytelling.
Yeah.
That's because if you got 2 feuds going on of these 2 young superstars, and then you got like Cody Rhodes coming in, and then that would actually enter the mix of look, Seth faced Cody before. Now let's see if Austin can face Cody.
Kelvin just reminded me, Nick Aldis is a free agent.
Yeah.
You think we'll get Nick Aldis? That would be dope, though.
But again, he's on that Jay White level of pop. He's not
pop as
he's not
big.
Stone Cold. He's not Rock. He's not Cody.
Damn, who else? I'm trying to see.
I think that's it.
I'm trying to see who else.
Because Tony Khan re-signed everybody. Whether
He signed everybody on
whether
purpose.
you're actually going to be on TV or not, he re-signed everybody except FTR.
I feel like
Ooh, that'd be a good way to introduce them back. in
No,
there.
they're under contract until like early March.
damn, who's in charge of booking right now?
Paul Levesque.
He's still. I thought he stepped down.
No, Triple H is still there.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's
cool.
still there.
Until
still
he
there,
gets
still like
fired.
controlling.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Friday night before SmackDown, they had a talent meeting to reinforce that Triple H is still doing creative.
Okay.
Because everybody suddenly panicked that Vince is, back to creative and
That's why I panicked.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, who's gonna do the whole? Who's gonna book the Royal Rumble? Like, is it gonna be Triple H or is it gonna be Vince McMahon?
no, it's gonna be Shane. He's gonna come back to wreck shit up again.
Imagine he was like, I bought AEW from Tony Khan, and now we're gonna have a mixed wrestlers.
I'll be cool with that.
I would
It-
be
it'd still
so
better.
cool with
It still be better than Vince McMahon trying to sell the company off and then doing a stupid shit that he's doing.
Then you see MJF next to him, like he's the champ. So, shit. And then he's seeing like all these other superstars. Yo, Forbidden Door needs to come. Honestly,
I believe that's like July.
if it's gonna be with WWE,
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that would be great.
So next week on Raw, we will have the 30th anniversary. Raw is Triple X, but
I know, I like
it's
it.
still PG.
I like that.
Yeah, Raw is Triple X, even though it's rated PG. So the matches they've introduced so far is was it Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a cage match? It's Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. It's the Usos versus what is it? Drew and Sheamus for the tag titles, I believe.
I think so. Can I just say something because it's in my mind right now?
Go
with
ahead.
This logo. On that day, people are gonna look up the wrong Raw is Triple X.
Yeah, yeah.
No offense. I hope they do.
Yo.
I hope somebody be like, I try to look up Raw Triple X. I got somebody named Paige and Brad Murdoch and some dude named Isaiah Woods. I got a couple of somebody named Mandy Rose. I got One Night in China. It's a lot of things that shows up under the Raw Triple X.
Yo. Everybody's.
I don't know. I'm not even looking forward to Raw Triple X here. Like, no offense, but I'm kind of over these little reunion things they have every so milestone because they don't even feel like milestones anymore. They feel like how AEW had 50,000 shows that supposed to be one off where it wasn't a blue moon every month.
Like it's trying too hard, right?
Yeah, it really feels like they tried too hard. Like if they'd have had Raw 20 and then Raw 30, maybe. Between Raw 2030, then that 1,000 episode of Raw, that 1,000 episode Smack, it's a lot after a while. It's not even special no more. You just keep bringing back people that can hardly no longer walk, hardly give a rat's ass about wrestling, but you're paying them, or people you just feel that they would get a pop and people going to pay to come see them. I don't want to see half the motherfuckers.
Allegedly, Shawn Michaels is going to be your legend for the night.
I'm with it.
He works there. It's not that big of a deal.
Dead ass.
He works there.
I mean, I'm with it. I mean,
And you can't use Angle. He was just there. Foley doesn't want anything to do with the company. Flair is still not completely back in good graces, although he's not really a Raw legend.
Undertaker doing his one man show, so he's not going to be able to do it now. He like doing his little one man show now.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know what I don't know who they're going to have.
Yeah, Undertaker out there being the goth Steve Jobs over there, just giving keynotes and stuff.
He just don't have the turtleneck or the cancer.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
So
Hey, was that too soon or just on time?
that was right on time.
All right.
Wow. So yeah, Raw is 30th. People are gonna be excited that day. Maybe
Yeah.
not on the show particular, but yeah,
So early reports for WWE 2K23 are out already.
Hey.
It's supposed to be released in, I believe, late March. So it's going to be out for Mania season. The Bloodline is going to have their own unique entrance.
Nice.
Aaliyah and Zelina Vega are in the game. Arenas will include NXT for 2022. So basically the 2.0 version. They're putting that arena in.
Bring back the SmackDown fist.
They're putting in the
Word. I don't want to create it like last year. I want it just to be in the damn game.
Give me like Eddie Guerrero versus like Brock or something. Like moments.
You're going to have the NXT Level Up arena, and it says a variation of the ECW arena. That could be the actual ECW arena, or that could be the Ruthless Aggression ECW, which was trash.
I really hope it's the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, me too.
I really hope so.
Me too. The Judgment Day will be in the game, but it will be the Rhea Ripley, Edge, and Damian Priest version. As of now, there are not character models for Finn Balor or Dominic in Judgment Day. They don't have the attires yet.
Maybe DLC.
Yeah, most likely DLC. Naomi is in the game, but Sasha is not. Graphics will only update for PS5, Xbox X, and PC. PS4 and Xbox One will be basically the same.
Okay.
Yokozuna, Umaga, Rikishi, and RVD will be in the base game, being that they were DLC last year. Cody Rhodes and Bray Wyatt are in the game with Bray Wyatt's new music.
Nice.
Bad Bunny will be DLC. The showcase.
No offense.
Go ahead.
I'm tired of DLC. I'm tired of DLC of celebrities at this point. Just throw them in the regular game. Who cares?
The showcase mode will revolve around Edge, and you will also have multiple versions of Randy Orton, which means it's going to be a lot of the Edge and Randy Orton storyline.
Rated RKO edition.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it says there's multiple versions of Randy Orton, so he's going to be heavily involved in the showcase
It's
mode.
the rated RKO like rivalry, pretty much.
Toxic Attraction is in the game. You'll have two versions of The Fiend, so the regular one and the burned one.
Okay.
You'll have multiple versions of Alexa Bliss, so you'll have her Fiend version too. Solo Sikoa does not have a character model, but could potentially show up in DLC. And that is it.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is
trailer
everything you said-
originally dropping during the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
now what I'm hearing is you told us majority of stuff they said they had. But when they get on PC, the modders are going to open up the files and find out that Sasha Banks and all the other fuckers are still in the game. It's locked. And then they're going to, if 2K is smart and they learn their lesson from people, still in the character models and pin them online, they will block that immediately. But I feel like 2K is going to fuck up and forget about it again.
Or they're gonna leave it there on purpose.
I'll leave it on purpose and then dare somebody be like, well, why'd you do that? Why'd you didn't put them in the game?
Because unless somebody that works for WWE, whoever's in like their video game department, unlike Kenny Omega, whose game still isn't out, whoever works for WWE, unless they specifically say, make sure this is not in the files so people can't find it, I think they're just gonna fucking leave it.
At this point right now, I'm so surprised that Chris Benoit whole moveset is still in the game files, but then they don't talk about this man.
Word.
The whole entire move list of old Chris Benoit from OWE games is still in it. But you can make them, you just can't upload them to the community server.
Yeah.
Will they block you? If
They won't block.
No,
they
it just
block
won't
you.
upload.
It just won't let you update. It wants you to upload that general.
You can't even closely spell the name in Benoit.
You just can't spell the name Chris.
Even if like you try to change the letters, like go BIEONNT, it'll block that too.
Wow.
Yeah, it blocks anything that looks like Benoit.
Yeah.
Even if you put Chris B and leave like ... it'll block that. Wow. Yeah. They're
Because
hard
I'm
on
not
that.
gonna lie, 2019 and 2022, I got a Chris Benoit both times. But when I went up there to go look for like a better version, there was one. I downloaded him that day, and later on that same day, it was taken down.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could download like other like mass murderers and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can
Like,
get Jimmy
Jason.
Snuka.
Oh yeah, you can get Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
You can make OJ.
You can make Jeffrey
You can-
Dahmer and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I've seen him in the community. Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, but not the wrestler that killed another wrestler. But you can go and create other murderers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
R.
understood.
Kelly, because I had him also. Don't ask questions.
Oh, I've seen Bill Cosby. Now that we're on the subject, I've seen Bill Cosby in
Word.
the community.
Bill Cosby,
Probably
R.
see Andrew
Kelly,
Tate in there.
O.J. Simpson, Jeffrey Dahmer. I saw somebody make the BTK, that Ku Klux Klan fucking member. I don't understand how he keeps getting put onto the server.
Yeah. For some reason,
All
they
these
won't
shit that you
block
got
that, but they block Chris Benoit. I mean, they'll
Yeah, like, you
they'll
can't-
take down the Klan member, but for some reason, it gets uploaded every couple weeks.
Yeah, because they call him white and then they just leave it alone, or they put night and leave it alone. They give him every other name but the full name, and it still can get uploaded. And I'm like, why do you keep making this hood with sharp point on top with the cutout eyes every year in this game? Why?
Yeah, how about you just take that out of the game so it can't even be used? Anyway,
I think they tried to. I think they tried to take out 2K 2022, but the Druids had the white road, the road that was one whole solid. You can just turn it white.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
So over the Christmas break, we had Cesaro, aka Claudio Castagnoli, Tyler Breeze, Xavier Woods, and Adam Cole, baby.
Right.
They were in the studio. And they recorded a music video. It's pretty funny. You should check it out. Obviously, we can't play it here because of copyright issues, but it was pretty funny.
We'll all watch it after the podcast.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
That's fine.
And now,
Hey,
J
man,
Kid,
party.
your favorite? Yes, they're called The Party.
Oh my
Or
god.
it's also they're also call themselves Adam Cole and the Bebes. That's what they call the group, Adam Cole and the Bebes.
That's funny as hell.
That's funny.
And now, J Kid, your favorite part of the show? Tony Khan is a mark,
Hey,
and he also thinks he's Triple H because he likes to point at people.
look at that Mark smile. And each and every one of these pictures.
Because the Jacksonville Jaguars are on a 5-game winning streak.
Why did he look like he smoked a gigantic doobie and just literally forgot that he's high? He's like, hi.
Yeah, he probably did.
This guy, I think he's the coach, the head coach.
That's the head coach of the Jaguars, yes.
Jaguars?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Bro,
he's just marking out on the coach.
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Looking at these photos, because I haven't seen them, I swear to God, he looks like the girl that got picked for prom by her crush. And like she can't be more excited to go to prom. And she's been waiting for this her whole life, even though her whole life only started 4 years ago.
But yeah, the Jaguars are on a 5-game winning streak, and apparently every time they win, Tony Khan takes a picture with the head coach.
What a mark.
And like I said, he points at him like he's Triple H. You can't steal a Triple H point. We've seen it before.
This guy is just doing the Triple H point all wrong. He's not even serious. Usually Triple H is serious. It's like he has a I don't know what kind of face this is.
The face of a
That's not
mark.
it. Yes.
The face of
Yes.
a coked up mark, allegedly.
This ain't the face of a cold mark. This is the face of please fuck me, daddy.
This is a face of I am a damaged child. I am a very damaged child.
It looked like he just put in a fresh butt plug.
My butt is tight and it is ready to get to work. Like, all right, we get it. Calm your ass down, sir. Jesus Christ.
With every smile is him clenching his butt cheeks.
If he sneezes right now, he'll shoot that shit like a bullet.
He's gonna make a hole in the wall.
Okay. Moving on.
You look like he smelled like shit.
MJF posted a picture of his Wrestling Observer of the Year awards. One of them was for Feud of the Year, which was with CM Punk. He taped over CM Punk's name on the award in the when he took the picture. And then Punk went on Twitter and said, maybe find some tape for the ratings so nobody sees those. Because AEW ratings are down since CM Punk has been off of TV.
Well,
Crazy.
That is not speculation. That is a fact.
it's only a fault of a mark. Like this one. Yeah, like this one. This mark right here. Yeah. This mark right here.
Yes.
All right.
And as we said for the last couple months, of course, the fucking Elite won the trios titles at the Kia Forum in the Young Bucks' hometown of Rancho Cucamonga, which again isn't an actual place. It's just an oddly named neighborhood.
It's like pure speculation. Like it was literally the exact thing you said.
Apparently, well, notice the sneakers they're wearing. They're wearing the Shacknosis. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Reebok is doing a special Young Bucks release for the Shacknosis.
So what is it going to be covered in brightly colored confetti?
No. It's still going to be black and white, but it's going to have like the Young Bucks logo on the inside of the shoe. It's like super limited.
So basically, what you're saying, I could buy this shoe, take the insole out, and just wear a pair of regular Shacknosis. Got it.
Yep.
You got that right in the nail.
You know who got it right on the nail? That fucking Mark that we keep talking about. He's gonna have 4 pairs of
this
shit.
This one. This Mark right here.
He's gonna have like 5 pairs, one for each workday.
What a mark.
But the highlight of last week's Dynamite was Adam Cole coming back.
Yeah.
And he nailed that promo because the way he set it up, I was like, sound like he's not coming back to wrestle anytime soon. And then he was like, and then he hit it like, because I'm scared for anybody who gets in the ring with me. So he set that up nicely. It's good to see Adam Cole back. I'm ready for him to have a match.
Finally, man. Shit, I missed him.
Yeah.
Somebody online said, you ever realize people that go to AEW that was in WWE that was super fit and all cocked out Diesel are starting to get fat and starting to look lazy like they should be dead, like they're full dad bods. Mm-hmm. And they show like Adam Cole, they show Daniel Bryan, they show Moxley, and I was like, holy shit, they have a point.
Yeah.
So soon as they leave WWE, it's like, cool, I ain't got to worry about no more because Vince keep telling me to shoot the steroids at my butt crack. So now I can be normal.
That is true.
But I think the problem with Adam Cole is because he is already so small, he needs to have a physique because otherwise then he just looks like a fucking child.
He's like a child regardless. Like, he just looks weird. Oh, did you hear the news about Dave Meltzer?
Oh yes, he got
another fucking mark.
What happened to that mark?
He wrote some shitty ass fucking article about, was it Dragon Gate?
Yeah.
And then everybody under the sun said, where did you get this information? This shit is a lie. And then Eric Bischoff and Bradshaw both went on Twitter and said, what do you expect? He's been feeding you bullshit for the last 30 years.
They took all his credibility and just threw it away in a matter of like 2.2 seconds.
They did.
Because Eric Bischoff said, when I was running WCW, we would feed him lies specifically to swerve the audience.
Wow.
They specifically gave him lies.
Bruh, him and Tony Khan are like, remember the episode of Family Guy with Brian asked Chris what he was going to do later? And he was like, oh, I jack off around that time. And he was like, you want to do it back to back? That's them too.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Oh, I've got a very nice meme about Meltzer and his jack off sessions. It's hilarious. I've been holding this one for a couple of days now.
Please,
ooh, hold up.
Send some info.
Let's rewind it back.
Okay.
If you listen to our podcast and you enjoy this content, and you like Instagram enjoy this content, and you find something you don't like, I dare for you to comment on it because I'm on your ass. You understand me?
Yeah,
I'm on everybody's ass going forward. 2023. If you don't even want to bother with me, I'm sliding your DMs like you Rihanna and I'm trying to shoot my shot.
Yeah, we had a fuckboy in the comments last week. I don't know if I told you, J-Kid. So, long story short, he said, this was and this was an old post too. The post was like 3 weeks old when he commented on it. Mm-hmm. It was something about Mandy Rose and her fan time page. Mm-hmm. So the guy comments, because I still have the screenshot, because he deleted his comment. He said, "And you posting this shit doesn't help either." So I replied, "And you commenting shit like this doesn't help either." He then sent a fucking paragraph as to why what we're doing is illegal. We're spreading fake news and whatever. So I responded, "Please send your fleshlight my best regards." So then he said, "Don't have one, bitch. Never bought one." So then I said, "Please do me and the rest of the world a favor. Take a handful of fentanyl and go play on a busy highway." And then he reported that for harassment.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
So by the time I tagged Alex in, and Alex had went back and forth with him once, then he fucking deleted the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, I didn't even say nothing bad. I was like, "Hey, dude, no offense." I was like, "No offense. I'm trying to be nice today. If you don't like the comment and you don't like what you saw, you could just always move the fuck on and go about your life. Nobody said you had to do this." And he told me specifically, "Don't come in here and try to fight this page battle." I had to sit up out my bed and I had to get back to me. And I was like, "I don't know who the fuck you're talking to." This is my page with my friend, and I do whatever the fuck I want. If you got an issue, you could go ahead and kick rocks for all I give a fuck. Then I slid his DMs, and I was like, "And I already been to your page. No offense, you look like a fuckboy that don't get no ass anyway with your whack ass dreads and your ugly ass fro." And then I screenshot one pictures and I said, "I know dyke bitches look better than you."
No!
And then he deleted the whole entire chat. He blocked me and didn't fear. And I was like, "You forget I have a second name?" And I went on a second name and I said the same exact message. And I was like, "You think I don't know your name now? I can find you. Don't start now. You can't finish."
Yeah, this is every once in a while we get a good one like that. They want to start shit, and then they want to like, "No, you're harassing me. You started the shit."
Mm-hmm. I still got that one dude screenshot that said he works for 2K. I still got his shit.
Oh wow!
On my other page.
Wow.
I'm still on his ass. He don't get twisted. I have too many emails from the time of the internet being born until now. I will make an account every time and slide on his page.
All right, a couple random things before we get out of here. The other day, I came across a schedule for the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, for the NWA World Champion in, 1983. It's from January 16th through April 20-something. So in the span of 4 months, the world champion had 3 days off. Everybody complains about working too much now. You do TV on Monday, you're off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You do house shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everybody says that's too much. Ric Flair didn't have a day off in 4 months. Well, he had 3 days off in 4 months.
And I bet you within them 3 days, that's how he had his kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to wrestle around with hot, big, oily, muscle-bound man, and I get to be around women one time. You think I'm wearing a rubber? I'm going to hit this line of coke and go raw.
On January 16th, he went to Kansas City. He didn't have a day off until February 21st. That was his first day off after January 16th.
Damn, that's my birthday. He had a day off for my birthday? Jesus Christ.
I think you were born the next year. You were born in 84, right?
I was 26. I'm saying.
Okay.
February 21st is the date.
Sorry. He was off for 2 days. He was off the 21st and the 22nd. Okay. And then he was off again on March 7th. And then, according to this schedule, he didn't have another day off until after April 26th. That's working. He's on the road nonstop, and that's why he did a lot of coke. But nonetheless,
he's on the road being Ric Flair.
Papa was a Rolling Stone for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
And the last thing, I want to give an acknowledgement to a friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
Sir Wilkins of the Jobber Tears. He's having a match against Simon from What Culture.
What Culture? What?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That
they
is
had
this
that,
weekend.
about that match.
In New York City. Bro.
It's a Battle Club Pro event.
So we going?
I'm working.
Aww.
Yeah, I work Saturdays.
Aww.
But
Man,
if you're in the New York area, Simon from What Culture is taking on Sir Wilkins from the Jobber Tears. It's bell time is 4 p.m. Doors open at 3. It's in Brooklyn.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's gonna sound fucked up. I'm gonna tell you after the show. You know, somebody could have probably been doing that too.
Yeah. We all know. We
definitely know.
It should. Hey, look, I'm gonna be like Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me.
Should have been me.
But yeah, Wilkins, he be grinding, man. He be everywhere. He works for House of Glory.
Man doing his thing.
Yeah, he grinds hard.
Already is.
That man grinds hard. And I think it's like his daytime job. He's like a personal trainer.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no offense, you know, he do grind hard. So does Paige and a couple other women that Vince talked to, but still.
But yeah, salute to him. Yeah. He's a good guy. And it's time for us to go. I have been Darth Messiah, and you, sir.
Alex the motherfucking Hill.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all, and to all a good night.
Peace.